What is up, guys? This is Juan from Cosmic Fury and you are watching another figure review. And if you can see in all of this brown box goodness, this is the Sideshow Collectibles Captain Rex Phase 2. Actually, this is Phase 2 6 scale figure exclusive. Yep, I just got it from the delivery man, and this is the Phase 2 Captain Rex from the Star Wars figures from Sideshow Collectibles, 1/6 scale. So you're gonna see an unbox and hopefully a good review on this one. So yeah, check it out. Alright, so here we go. I'm gonna go through a little bit on the brown box itself. Well, nothing really going much other than maybe there's a few like marks going on going through shipment. But overall, the box seems fine. There's no dented areas and whatnot. So yeah, pretty much that's it. Here's the underside of the box and the upper side. I'm not gonna go through the other side of the box. That's where my address is for the postal service. So alright, gonna start with the unboxing. And I have here my trusty penknife, Tamiya penknife to be exact. Right, we are gonna cut this open. Okay, let's start from right here. Let's get a zoom there. Alright, easy does it. Right, that went smoothly. And for this side, alright, that worked. Alright, here we go, the unboxing. Always exciting to unbox. Scary and exciting at the same time. So alright, here's the reveal. Oh yeah, oh yeah, my boy Rex. Alright, okay, a little bit of readjusting and there you have it, Rex Phase 2 from Sideshow Collectibles, 1/6 scale. Still in his plastic sleeve, so I'm gonna take him out right now. Alright, so always exciting to have a new figure. Alright, plastic sleeve is off, and on most typical Sideshow, if you were to order straight from Sideshow, they will definitely have this Sideshow Collectibles sticker on. So it states here 6 scale. That's usually the 1/6 scale term, 6 scale. So there you go, Star Wars, and there's Captain Rex. And so yeah, this is his Phase 2 armor. And let's go through the box a little bit. Here's the side of the box. Right, can you see? Alright, little refocus there. Right, here's the side of the box. Here's his static pose, and then there's the Star Wars logo there. So this the new thing that's going on right now, that the logo Disney will be on the box. Well, not much of a big deal to me. A logo is just a logo, it doesn't really affect the figure itself, it's just a box. So yeah. And here's the back of the box. There's sideshow.com and more Star Wars logo. And here we have him in a static standing pose with his helmet and head sculpt. Helmet off and on the head sculpt. And more Star Wars logo. Alright, let's get him off from his box, or get him out from his box. Yep, taking out the typical paper protection. You can either keep this or throw it away. I usually throw it away because don't want to hinder the box itself. So it can be actually a protective sheet, but oops, it could be a protective sheet if you choose to keep it, but I usually throw it away. Alright, and here you go, Rex in all of his goodness. Yes. Alright, so usually Sideshow Collectibles, my tongue just got tongue tied. So yeah, typical box design is that he has a magnetic kind of like covering, kind of like a book that opens up. The magnets usually will be on the side. If you see this protruding part, these are the magnets where the box will be covered up, and the other side of the magnets is always on this side over here. So yeah, man, I've been waiting for this guy. Well, there was a little incident that went about for a while. This guy was supposed to come in. I pre-ordered him like last year. He's supposed to come by in January of this year, but right now it's in the month of March, and there was a delay on Sideshow's side. There was some kind of something that went on during that time. So yeah, this guy got delayed, but the guy is finally here, and I'm really happy. The only bummer is that I had to wait another like 2 more months before the guy actually shipped to my place. So yeah, I think the wait is well worth it, but yet I have yet to actually get this guy out and do a further inspection. So alright, wait on for a while and let me get this guy out from his box. Okay, right now I already unboxed Rex from his clamshell and everything. So before we go in detail on the figure itself, I'm gonna go through what was inside the box. So upon unboxing, this is what early on I went through a little bit of detail on what the box looks like and stuff. So, and when emptied out, pretty much there's nothing really going much in the box itself. Okay, so there's the inner box as well, where it stores away all the stuff that is in, and there's a little bit of I would say a background thing going on within the box itself. So that's all there is to it within the hidden box. Okay, so let's go through the clamshell a little bit. There's 2 compartments where number 1, the first compartment, where this one kind of like seals the weapons and stuff. A really a thinner clamshell innards. Alright, and the other clamshell, the bigger size one, where the figure itself is in. This is I believe this is the top cover. Yep. And alright, let's go to the accessories itself. Okay, so like most Sideshow Collectibles figures, especially the Star Wars figures, they come with tons and tons of accessories, which is something I really like, which is really good. The very first time I ever got a Star Wars figure, I was amazed of the amount of stuff that the package came in, which is really good. It was kind of like a value for money. It was like not as expensive as a Hot Toys figure, but came with more accessories, which is nice, obviously. Alright, let's go through the accessories, what this guy comes with. Alright, it comes with 2, these are not balls, these are grenades, hand grenades. Alright, let me get a proper focus here. Alright, so Rex Phase 2 armor comes with 2 hand grenades. Alright, let me get a zoom here if you can see. Unfortunately, the paint job that went into this is kind of like not really a good job actually on the paint job. I don't know what the blue smudges are supposed to be, because it's only in at like one side of it, and it doesn't really go across, so I don't know what this blue smudge is supposed to be. But it's a small thing. It's not something really obvious. If I were to pose it, it can't really be seen from far away, but kind of weird though. But yeah, 2 hand grenades. It comes with 2 relax hands for usually like holding rifles or carbines, you know, or like hands like that. Yeah, 2 relax hands. What else? 2, I call this the karate chop hand. Well, what it does is, like, you know, when he just like you know, he gives orders to like over there, you know, over there, sa! Or you can always do a karate chop hand, it doesn't matter. So it's kind of like a flat palm kind of gesture hands. And if you were to pose him in kneeling position, the 2 kneel feet boots, yep, left and right, a pair of it, if you were able to pose them in the kneeling position. And 2 hands with 2 thumbs up hand signs. Always awesome. Thumbs up, thumbs up. Alright, what else? We got 2 fisted hands. Yep, 2 fisted right here. Have it. And there is for the right hand, there is the pointed index finger hand. There's only like 1 of these. And then for the left hand, there's the peace sign, or like, you know, 2 or peace, however you want to put it. Alright, for the left hand, there's this the trigger holding or like weapon holding hand. There's another one which I already fixed on the right hand over there. So it's a bit blur, but it's over there. And he comes with the head sculpt. Okay. Yep. The paint job on this one is definitely pretty good, I would say, especially for the eyes. The older version, the hair color is a little bit more pale. I'm not too sure if it's a faded kind of effect, as in like because the figure is really old. But the old one definitely is a bit more lighter. But the paint job on this one is definitely good. A little bit more tan compared to the first version. Alright. So magnificent. Moving on with the accessories again. So like the first version, the second version or phase 2 does come with a backpack. There's a magnetic part going on here, as well the one Rex has on his back. So you don't really have to like latch on anything other than, you know, like hooking the alignment here. And basically the magnets do their job, and they just stick onto it. Alright, the next accessory is the figure stand. So if you were to buy the if you were to order from Sideshow Collectibles straight from their website, you will get this stand. But if you were to buy from retail, which is the non-exclusive one, you'll probably get the typical black Star Wars stand, just plain black. So if you were to order from Sideshow, you will get this version of the stand. So yeah, you have I think this is an amount of droids he has destroyed over the years so far. So this is Star Wars, the Clone Wars, and Captain Rex CC7567 is a designated number, and the 501st Legion Torrent Company. Yep, Captain Rex. And throughout the time, he has not been promoted. I don't know why. Right. Okay, this is Rex in all of his awesomeness. So yeah, we have on the left hand the two pointed pointing hand gestures, and he's holding the carbine or carbine rifle. And alright, let's go a little bit on the articulation and stuff. Okay, so like I would say that the design of Rex is pretty much the same, but I guess the body that they use is a little bit more updated compared to the first version that was out. Alright, so let's go to the articulation a little bit. The neck is fixed on a ball joint, so but then to actually get the head out is pretty much quite easy. Just put a little bit of force and you just take it out and put the head sculpt onto this guy. So the neck, yeah, like I said, there's a ball joint going on, and the shoulder joints here, and the shoulder joint over here, elbow joint, pretty tight. For most Sideshow figures, basically the hands, wait, let me try to get right. For example, this is what the joints are made of. So if you can see the hand here, so pretty much the joints is connected by a peg joint. You can actually take this thing out and there's actually a peg connecting to it, and it's not really a 360 kind of thing. I mean, you can turn 360 on this thing, but for the joints itself, the pegs is just a back and forth, and if you position it in a way, it's like left and right, so it's kind of like a two-way system, I suppose. So yeah, that's the hand joints which is used by Sideshow Collectibles in most of their figures, if not all. Okay, now back to the articulation. There is supposed to be an articulation in the waist, but the one I got right now, I'm not sure, because if it's due to the paint or because it's tightly joined. It can be moved, but it's gonna take time before he be actually, like, you know, like be loose and stuff. He's really tight in the waist right now. And okay, let's move on. For the hip joints, left and right, there's hip movement here, and there's the knee. And again, for the legs, the joints are pretty much also system by the pegs. You can see here, yeah, it's one of those pegs where you can like take it out and let me see. Yeah, see, it's kind of a two-way system here. It's pretty tight right now, but there's actually a joint here, if you can see. Alright, now let's move on to the details. We're already done with the articulation. So for the detailing, I would say, let me see. Alright, the paint job. Right, the paint job is pretty okay. It's decent. It's not like super detailed, I would say. Yeah, the paint job is pretty decent. There are weathering effects, but as most clone troopers that ever was released by Sideshow Collectibles, you can see it's kind of like a printed kind of effect. There's not a lot of like hand painted effects, so yeah, it's pretty much printed. It's pretty common and normal for Sideshow Collectibles figures, especially for the clone troopers. And right off the bat, I somehow kind of like spotted that. Let me get the zoom here. You see this orange thing? I assume it's supposed to be some kind of like a rust or iron effect that they try to put on here. Then it goes through the armor as well, you know, like the iron welding, that kind of effect. But I don't know, it just feels rather cheap you know, because it's like a printed kind of thing instead of a like hand-on like brush effect. But if it is a brush effect, I would say it's really a half-ass job, because I don't know, it looks like a mustard. Yeah, it's not really well done. If they were trying to do some kind of welding kind of effect. Can't remember why did he weld his helmet in the entire 6 or 5 seasons. I don't remember him doing that though. Yeah, so okay, let me see. Alright, let's get a focus here. Right, and alright, for the detailing, I mean, there's detailing of obviously that goes on the paint job, but it's not that super like detailed as like compared to like maybe 3A or maybe Hot Toys. So on the helmet itself, they have this I think the amount of droids that he has put down, and so yeah, and the visor, just like Boba Fett or the upcoming Jango Fett, and especially the first version has this so-called viewfinder on the side. I would say the design is a little bit more better now as compared to the first version, or Commander Wolf's version as well. It's a little bit more better design, because there's a support here that goes on here, right here. Previous version doesn't really have this, and it's pretty thin. This one is quite thick, which is pretty good. Doesn't really easy snapped off. And alright, the next thing I found to be quite I don't know, not really annoying, but just weird, is that this is kind of flimsy, because there's a lot of neck access around this part here, and this thing just wobbles around. I can only assume the design is in that way or in that matter, or because like I think when you do a pose, it does have access, so you can like, you know, like do a pose where you can stare quite far away to the side and stuff, and it doesn't really have hindrance, especially because there's like so much access here. But it's just wobbly, but it doesn't really go out of place. If you were to let it go, it just stays there. It doesn't like stuck here, you know, or you have to do any kind of readjusting and stuff. But the paint on this one, I would say, is definitely better than the first version, because the first version, I think, is like a brown or greyish thing they were like having it. So right now it's better paint job, I suppose. And well, this is a molded pocket. It's not a working pocket like 3A figures. So it's molded and you can really open it up. So everything on this shoulder pad is molded. It's not a piece of cloth or anything that goes on to it. Alright, so what else? Like I said before, the backpack can just easily be snapped on with the magnets, which is hidden inside here and here. Yep, so right now the magnets are pretty good. They're not like super loose or anything, so as you can see, it fits just fine. Okay, so for the belt system, I really put the handguns, the 2 handguns in the holster, so which is pretty good. And usually their belt system is very tight at most times. I have never had a clone figure where the belt just like dismantle itself. Usually it's pretty tight. It's connected at this joint. You can like take it out. And as for clone commanders and clone captains, they always have this side, I don't know, I just call it side dressing, and which makes it really cool, like really stands out, especially for the clone troopers. I think most of the 501st will have this design, especially if you're a ARC trooper, especially. Which is really cool. So with this design, it does makes me really pumped up to get the the two new ARC Troopers, Echoes and Fives, the so-called their Phase 2 version, because I think the paint job on this one is definitely a step above than the first version. Nothing too exuberant, like I said, nothing too awesome, because I've seen better paint jobs on 3A and Hot Toys figures before. So, but this is definitely decent and is pretty good enough to have in your collection. And so yeah, the weathering effect again is nothing so awesome. It's just it feels, you know, cheap, printed on. So yeah. What else? Okay, let's move on to some comparisons. Now here's the side-by-side comparison of the Rex, both Captain Rex. This is the Phase 1 armor, and then there's the Phase 2 armor. Okay, right off the bat, you can definitely see the significant difference in terms of design. So okay, pretty much there are a few improvements being made, and there's a few additions which have been taken out, I suppose. Right, let's do a little bit of comparison here. Okay, in terms of the helmet design, like I said, for the viewfinder, the one in Phase 2 has definitely a better design because there's actually a little bit of support, and the visor is definitely has a thicker width, so it can actually, I mean, it's best to move around by the joints itself, up and down, instead of like holding from the far end to prevent it to be, you know, like to prevent it from breaking. The Phase 1 helmet doesn't have that, which is just a thinner support, and you have to be really careful not to overdo it because it's easily broken. I've seen some guys who actually are pretty rough at it, and they just like boop, and the thing is off. It just comes off like that, which is unfortunate for them. Okay, for the shoulder guards or shoulder pads, definitely you can see the difference. The Phase 2 armor is more designed to the ARC Trooper, kind of like a design with pockets kind of thing. I really definitely dig the Phase 2 design. It feels a little bit more, you know, I would say it's more to the core, you know, like having more accessories to go into battle and stuff. I mean, there's nothing really wrong with the first design, just that it's a bit lesser compared to the Phase 2 armor. And the paint job, especially on the pads, there's a definite difference there. This one is a little bit more flat. The one I was talking about, like a brownish, that was more to Commander Bly. My bad. So yeah, but definitely there's a difference here. So the thing right off the bat, I can say the thing they took out is the rifle. The Phase 1 armor had this the long rifle, which the Phase 2 does not have, which is unfortunate. So in terms of accessories, pretty much they I guess they do have the same thing as for the hands. They have exact amounts of hands that comes with, you know, hands, this, that. Pretty much is the same. Only the paint apps is different because it caters more to the Phase 2. And what else? So the weathering, definitely there's more weathering on the Phase 2 Rex. There's lesser on the Phase 1. There's a lot more lines and all those like battle marks and stuff. What else? I would say I think this is the updated body because I can feel the joints have a little bit more hinges in them as compared to the first one, and definitely because it's a new figure and it's a little bit more tighter than compared to the Phase 1. But I guess this is a more updated body, unless I got tricked by some kind of sorcery. But so yeah, there's a lot more like I would say joints, smaller joints that goes into the new body, I suppose. So what else? So yeah, if you order the exclusive, you'll get the exclusive stand. If you order from retail, you'll get the normal black color retail stand, just a normal Star Wars logo, and that's about it. what else? Both figures have magnets going on their backs, so you can actually put this thing here. I mean, Phase 1 armor Rex has his own version of it, but with a lesser, paler paint job. Well, I guess the Phase 1 armor doesn't have grenades, but Phase 2 armor has a pair of grenades, so that's the difference there. Handguns, both of them have a pair of handguns. This one has a long rifle, this one doesn't have a long rifle. Both have carbines or carbines. Same set of feet. What else? Same set of side skirtings, I guess. What else? Alright, now let's talk about pricing. At the time when this guy came out, Sideshow definitely did not like sold him that expensive at the time. He was really affordable at the time, but then as time flies by, his value actually went up a lot. So getting him at 150 is like finding Pokemon. It's really rare to find the pricing at 150 these days, but then due to the second release, I would say there's a significant drop on the second-hand market for this guy, especially in Singapore, because before the initial announcement of Phase 2 Rex, the figures that had high value at the time was Captain Rex and Commander Cody. Especially Commander Cody, there was a time where Commander Cody was going for $400, which is quite insane, especially on eBay and the second-hand market, if you were to search on Facebook and stuff. So the pricing on the Phase 2 Rex, I would say, if you were to buy it from Sideshow Collectibles straight from their website, it would probably cost around, I would say, what was it? Was it like, I think around between 200 to 180 USD if you exclude the shipping cost. I can't remember what the price was, I think, or was it 220? Yeah, it was around there, like between 220 to 180 USD without shipping cost. But then I had for Rex Phase 2, I had like discount points, so it didn't cost me that much, which is a good thing. You spend a lot on Sideshow Collectibles, you know, they give you reward points, and you can spend less, which I had a lot at the time. And what else? So these days, 1/6 figures pricing are going up, unfortunately. And the other unfortunate thing was that Sideshow is no longer having the Star Wars license, because most of the Star Wars license has been bought over by Hot Toys. And with Hot Toys prices going up, unfortunately, as like more figures are being released, especially Star Wars figures being released by Hot Toys, it costs probably double as what the Clone Troopers has been released on Sideshow, which is unfortunate, because, like, you know, collecting Clone Troopers from Sideshow used to be one of those like more affordable figures to get if you're into the clones itself, and not necessarily like Star Wars, but the clones itself, which is really nice. But then Rex is one of those few Star Wars figures left being released by Sideshow before the year of 2015 ends, where everything is being released by Hot Toys, like for their Star Wars line, which is kind of sad. I was sad about the news at the time when I heard that, you know, like Hot Toys is taking over the license. The moment I heard Hot Toys getting over the license, I knew the prices are gonna like go up. So I mean, there was like a few releases where they did a better job. I mean, like, as in Hot Toys did a better job on their prototypes, but definitely it's not cheap. But so yeah. But for this figure, I think if you don't have the Phase 1 figure, and you wanna get a Captain Rex, I would definitely recommend you the Phase 2, because this is, I mean, there are flaws, and and whatnot, but I guess this is one of the better figures, and it's an updated body which Sideshow is using, so I would definitely recommend this guy because it's not exactly a figure that really breaks the wallet or breaks the bank. It's still one of the affordable figures you can get from Sideshow. And so yeah, I mean, if you're into Star Wars or you're starting to get to know Star Wars, I would definitely recommend you to check him out, you know, like get to know what Captain Rex or who Captain Rex is, because he's one of the more prominent characters in the Clone Wars series especially. And if you do have the Phase 1 armor and you want to add this guy, I say go for it, you know, because it's definitely one of the updated and better design. I mean, look at him, he looks good from far away, you know. It definitely has his flaws, but if you were to do into the photography kind of thing, he definitely is up for it for all the poses and stuff. So I guess this is pretty much the review I have for this guy, because it's really nice to have the postman finally send something from Sideshow for after a long time, which is really nice. So yeah, this is pretty much the review for the Sideshow Collectibles Captain Rex Phase 2 armor, and this is one from Cosmic Fury. Please like, comment and subscribe. Cheers.